the weather. It gives us life, and it takes it away.
The tornado has touched down. You can't do anything.
It is a thing of staggering beauty and a destructive force, killing thousands every year.
The windows all blew out.
The whole thing's gone.
Holy crap.
It was the end.
It is gone. The building is gone.
And our warmer atmosphere is extra energy for our weather to unleash upon us.
Oh my God!
We meet the people who came face to face with Mother Nature and filmed it.
I've been fighting it for an hour.
I'm gonna sick to my stomach.
Holy! I just lost my house.
We hear firsthand how these people survived.
Oh my God! Get in the house!
He's alive. He's alive.
It's pretty much the end of humanity.
I was really convinced I would die.
Using their incredible self-shot footage, we stare straight into the eye of the storm. And witness up close the sheer force of nature.
Oh my God, look at that! Oh, Jesus Christ! Everybody take cover, now!
Coming up in this episode, supersized waves and fatal flooding from the world's deadliest tsunami. A truck driver trying to stop a wildfire abandons his plans.
Hurry up! Back up!
And we meet the people who fly in the face of fear when it comes to the world's deadliest weather. The beaches surrounding the Indian Ocean, a popular destination during winter in the Northern Hemisphere. Koh Phi Phi Don is a narrow island in southern Thailand. Swedish couple Kalle Deadliest and girlfriend Sarah were about to go on a boat trip.
When we came down to the harbor, we found a boat, but then we noticed that all the water started to disappear.
För 2 minuter sedan så hoppade Sara i båten här och plötsligt så försvann allt vatten.
The boat owner said to us, you know, I'm going to find another boat for you, just stay put. And I actually asked him, is it normal? Does it have anything to do with the tide? And he said, you know, I've never seen this before.
Det här är helt sjukt. Men det är kul. Jävlar.
Also in Thailand, Stuart Guerin and his girlfriend Lisa Ferguson. They'd gone to the island of Koh Lanta. Stuart and Lisa were staying right by the sea. The morning after Christmas, their beach was almost gone.
We headed down to the beach where all our friends from the night before had gathered, but there was something not quite right. Our beautiful beach from the days previous seemed to have disappeared, and there was a lot of junk that had been washed up in the last 20 minutes.
Even for no beach!
Yeah, we got a whole load of driftwood.
Unbelievable!
We overheard someone else saying that they'd received phone calls to say there had been an earthquake in Phuket, which wasn't so far away from us at all.
Out at sea, a thundering rumble.
It stuck out like a sore thumb. It was a monster of a wave on its way.
Yeah, I see it.
There was no news. Stuart had never heard of a tsunami, let alone that one was heading straight for him.
If the Thais start panicking, then you know you should panic.
That's big.
On the island of Koh Phi Phi Don, Sarah and Kalle's boat trip was about to be cancelled.
Ja. Nu måste vi nog fly den här stranden tror jag. Hej då.
I just felt that it was weird. I wasn't afraid, I wasn't scared.
In a matter of seconds, crystal clear water turned into a murky, encroaching threat.
You can feel that something was wrong. I started to get afraid.
Jag har den här. Översvämning på Pippi.
Walk turned to jog, turned to sprint.
Okej, kom igen. Spring fort som fan. Spring. Det är alltså riktigt jävla översvämning nu. Ja, in i hotellet. Upp på andra våningen. Nej.
The water was chasing us. You felt the water just grabbing your feet.
Kom igen, bara. Kom igen.
Sarah got stuck on a hedge, but she was closer to safety than some.
Jävlar. Vad står det alltså?
The only way out was up.
Håller med.
Halfway up the stairs, the building shook. A much bigger second wave hit from the other side, cutting the island in half.
And you don't understand what's going on. And then we get up on the balcony on the 3rd floor. It felt surreal, impossible at that moment to take in what had happened.
Det här är helt sjukt. Kolla här alltså.
On Koh Lanta, Stuart had also made it to higher ground. But Stuart was on his own, separated from his girlfriend.
I realized I didn't know where Lisa was. I left her a couple hundred meters along the beach. I started to fear the worst.
On PP Island, Sarah and Kala were also forced to witness the unfolding horror below.
It was devastating. The wave passed through and took everything with it. You know, that's one of the things that you never forget.
Det här är helt jävla bisarrt. Halvön förstörs på bara 3 minuter.
If I had been 5 seconds slower in the stairs, I would have been in the water.
All over Thailand, beachfronts were being wiped out. The tsunami of waves from the Indian Ocean hit 13 different countries. As the seismic wave subsided, its destructive power was revealed. Across the region, more than 270,000 people didn't survive the impact.
When I eventually saw my girlfriend Lisa, I don't think I've ever felt relief like that in my life. There was a chance that she could have been gone, and I was lucky, and she was lucky that we were able to find each other. A lot of people weren't as lucky as us.
Bonded by survival, Stuart and Lisa got married. as did Sarah and Kalla.
I think it's important to live every day to the fullest. And I also try to say to people that I love them, because that's one of the things that you realize when you sit there in the chaos. There's so many things that you wanted to say to people that you didn't say.
Ko Phi Dawn has now recovered. But as sea levels rise across the globe, people on islands and coasts will be even more vulnerable when the next giant tsunami hits. The force of a tsunami wave is made by an earthquake under the sea. But giant waves do happen in normal conditions. This rogue wave took these jet skis by surprise. It's thought they form when two waves pass through each other. The troughs and crests combine to double their size. And the bigger it gets, the faster it goes. They try to outrun it at 70 miles an hour. This time, they're lucky. But this surfing contest on the west coast of America is less fortunate. One extraordinary rogue wave injures 15 people. The effects of the weather on the power of the sea can never be underestimated. And waves can also double up when they bounce off a surface, like a harbour wall. Ilfracombe in southwest England, and not the best time for this guy to move his car. The waves add together and double in strength. Stuck inside, he's got nowhere to go. Luckily, in a break, he finds reverse and floors it. Killer waves on the coast last longer in very high winds. Typhoon Chaba batters Busan in South Korea. 110-mile-an-hour winds push huge waves through the city. Flooding downtown offices and leaving more than 200,000 homes without power. 3 people die in the wave's destructive force. Being side on to a big wave is not a good idea. First time they ride their luck. But now evacuation is recommended. The fishing boat was out of action for a while, but both men survived. Only the few can handle a giant swell. They wait. It's what they do. And when the time's right, feel the power and beauty of rogue waves beneath their feet. Most make it back to dry land inspired. Others have more bumps and bruises. Early morning in Oklahoma, USA, in the heart of the Midwest. Miles and miles of dry grassland, and home to Jason Perks in spring 2016.
The weather conditions was very dry and windy, and we'd been in a pretty long drought. The fire danger really rises.
It was wildfire season. In northwest Oklahoma, Jason was at the wheel of his digger, making a fire break between the flames and a house.
I thought I had enough time to make a good fire break, I spun down in some sand and it kind of got into a deal then.
Husband and wife Val and Amy Castor were in their truck covering the fire for a local TV station, but they noticed something was wrong.
No. There's a road grader that's getting stuck over here.
He would go back and forth and try and get another run at it back and forth, and he wasn't getting out of the ditch. And I started thinking that, hey, this is going to start to get a little bit critical here in a minute when this fire gets closer.
Behind the wheel, Jason was set upon saving his digger.
I don't know if I was caught up in the moment or I was just trying to get out of there at that point in time.
No, we're okay. We're fine. We're just looking at a huge fire right in front of us.
We gotta tell that guy.
Okay, put it back on the phone, okay? He's trying to get out. Maybe he needs to back up. Oh man, this road grader.
And as the fire kept getting closer and closer, you could tell that he kept getting a little bit more frantic or trying to hurry a little bit more in getting out of that ditch.
He needs to get out.
I know he needs to get out.
And at that point, I was starting to realize, hey, this is going to be critical here because the fire is going to be on him in no time.
The fire was just 20 seconds away.
He can't get out. Come on, guy.
He needs to get out of it.
Come on, guy, get out.
It's very, very hot. There's plastic pieces melting your grader and intense heat. It's basically like you're in a glass oven. It's very hot, very smoky.
Come on, get out. Come on.
In the back of my mind, I was thinking if he waits any longer and he gets overcome by smoke, I'm just going to have to try and run in there and pull him out.
With the flames licking his tires, Jason had run out of time.
Come on, guys, come on.
Oh, what doing? Get in! Hurry up!
Come on! Back up! Oh, gosh! Oh my gosh!
The vehicle was left to burn, but all three got out alive.
Oh, wow!
Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what just happened. Can you hear me? Have you got our shot? Oh my gosh, we just about got it. But we got the guy in the truck. Oh my gosh! What's your name?
Jason Burke.
Boy, I almost got burned on that one.
Sorry about that.
A close shave, but a reminder for Val how real the daily risks are for the wildfire fighters.
I have a lot more respect now for the firefighters that go out there and put their lives on the line for all of us in trying to save our homes and our families. And so I just respect that a lot.
The wildfire began in northwest Oklahoma, finished in southern Kansas, and destroyed over 100 square miles of farmland. But no one, including Jason, lost their life.
I feel very lucky. If I would have jumped out of the grader and hurt myself or something where I couldn't get to the pickup, I probably wouldn't be talking to you today.
There you go.
When it comes to taking on the world's deadliest weather, you've got to be tough to survive. Some people think they can beat Mother Nature. This guy's hoping for a gentle flight above the water, but doesn't realize the higher you go, the stronger the wind.
Oh my God!
And gale force winds are just part of the package on a walking holiday in Iceland. But even for the hardiest rambler, staying hydrated can be problematic. Being tough in Australia takes some doing. When this guy in Victoria came across a blocked river, he had to make a decision. Turn around, or put your foot down and head upstream.
There is no way we're crossing that, babe.
Cave into it.
Part of the Tough Nuts armory is working with nature to end up where you want to be.
Take it. Take it. Get into it. Get into it. Yes.
In Egypt, flash floods are an opportunity for some daredevils to take up water sports without a speedboat. But with rock-hard tarmac just inches below, if they catch an edge, their next stop could be the hospital. In Kazakhstan, when temperatures drop, the new road surface is black ice. Kazakh speed freaks dump the car and don the skates. It's all the driver can do to try and catch up. But it's all about the right kit for the right conditions. Ice skates beat rubber every time, even in reverse. Although skating backwards across a junction against the traffic is inadvisable. But even on a windless day, out on the snowmobile, you need your wits about you. Because in the mountains, there's no road map. Coming up, the night after Christmas, a Texas town torn apart by a tornado.
Oh my God.
That's the only time in my life I've ever believed that I was going to die.
There's people in the water!
A toy shop owner turns into a real-life action hero.
Oh my God. And there are people.
And we reveal the world's most dangerous weather locations and exactly when they should be avoided. Boxing Day 2015, Texas, USA. A storm gathered northeast of Dallas. After Christmas with her family, local resident Chrissy Heichman was driving home.
A couple cells dropped little bitty funnels, brief funnels, lots of rainbows. It was very pretty, actually.
But by the evening, beauty turned to beast.
Oh my God.
This is a tornado warning. Flying debris can be dangerous to those caught outside. Homes can be damaged or destroyed.
As the storm got closer to Dallas, I realized that this was a pretty serious situation.
Recovering from Christmas, people were taken by surprise.
I just got paralyzed physically and mentally.
It's rare for tornadoes to happen in winter or at night. By 6 p.m., a tornado powerful enough to flatten homes was heading for Rowlett.
Oh, that's gonna go through downtown.
Yeah, I don't know about over there.
Oh no, it's hitting transformers.
Oh my God.
We're gonna.
They'll have no power.
Wow! Unbelievable.
Out on the road, only lightning illuminated its true size.
Oh my God. That is crazy big. I think that is right in front of me. Oh God.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Also caught on the road, Connor McCrory and his sister Kathleen.
It's the day after Christmas with my brother. Seeing a huge tornado like that, you know that it's destructive and that it's dangerous and that if you're in the path of it, you're in danger.
Wow, get up close.
Connor,
yes, we're really far, Catherine. Listen.
Connor,
hey, okay, calm down.
Something instinctually inside of me did not want to get too close.
But her adrenaline junkie brother Connor wanted to film a close-up.
Get closer. No, look at me. Look at me. It's moving away from us. I promise. Get closer.
Storm warnings were broadcast, But few were listening.
I was worried that it was the day after Christmas. I'm sure nobody was watching the news. Nobody was expecting it.
Ahead of the twister, a town of 60,000 people.
I mean, I was really caught off guard. I wasn't really emotionally prepared for what was happening.
Holy mackerel. Oh, man. Oh, look at power's going out. Power's going out. Oh, look at all the power went out. All the power went out in Rowlett. Look at that.
With the power knocked out, the tornado continued its lethal destruction in the dark.
You sure we're...
Yes, I swear. We are well cleared.
Back on the road, brother and sister Connor and Kathleen had lost track of the tornado until it was too close.
Drive fast. Go. Flash the brights.
I saw the full size of the tornado and it like really took me aback. That's probably the only time in my life I've ever like believed that I was going to die.
Oh, big tons of debris in the air.
A narrow escape. The tornado went straight over the freeway. Debris followed. Horizontally.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it is huge.
Now it was ready to cut a path through the center of Rowlett. Some got the message too late.
All right, there it is, right on top of us.
Get in, it's here.
Father God, you're protecting us. In Jesus' name, your righteous, holy name, I pray that you lift this up. You have the power to lift this storm. I pray that you lift this storm. Father God, please protect my kids and I in Jesus' name.
Others left their home to the force of nature. And could only watch events unfold from afar.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Survivors were left to pick through the wreckage in the dark.
The whole house is gone, Eddie. I don't think there was a house there.
There was a house there. It was difficult seeing that destruction and knowing that there were children whose presents were gone.
All the houses are gone over here. Oh my gosh.
Families who were together for the holidays, people from out of town who were only there to see their loved ones who now their lives were being changed forever.
There's some doors gone. You got that? Yep.
Oh my Lord. This was an EF4 tornado, which is the second strongest class of tornado. There were large homes with their roofs gone, with walls blown in. There were vehicles that were not where they had been left.
The tornado had passed, but with emergency crews yet to arrive, survivors improvised.
Are you in here? Hello? Hello? Is there anybody in here?
A sense of danger was still in the air.
Wow, this noise is gas.
And the tornado had arrived too fast for some.
We got trapped over here.
Where?
Cries for help were heard beneath mangled rafters.
Do we need a paramedic? My wife's a nurse.
Slow down. I know.
People were trapped under what was left of their homes.
Come on.
There's no one in there with you, right? No, that's the last one. That's good?
Chrissy Heischman was also quick on the scene and heard another voice under a broken home.
Can kind of see someone in there and then start asking, like, can you get me out? Can you get me out?
Okay, easy.
Easy.
Yeah, we can take our time with this, guys.
They were so frantic and kind of worried about getting this girl out immediately. They were just yanking anything they could. They were also stepping on drywall that was, soaked and falling, and there's just splinters everywhere and nails sticking out everywhere. And it dawned on me, like, what if they pull out the wrong stick and everything just crumbles on her?
They were running out of options, but weren't going to leave their neighbor behind.
It's gonna take the fire department.
Can we put this back? Can we break this way?
All night.
Chrissy helped direct the rescue effort.
Someone's not holding her and they can grab under her shoulder.
Those stronger than her dug deep.
Yeah, there you go.
Woo! Thank you, guys. Oh my gosh. I owe you my life.
Incredible tales of survival emerged from what used to be homes.
Hey, we found dogs!
By 2 in the morning, the flashing lights of Christmas had been replaced by the emergency services. The following day, the full extent of the damage became clear.
Oh, it's really bad.
One of Mother Nature's deadliest forces had cut its own 4-mile path through the suburbs of Dallas.
It looks like a war zone.
More than 1,000 families would have to start again.
This was their master bedroom. It's all gone.
People of Rowlett were just incredibly helpless at that time. I just don't think they had any real way to know what was about to happen to them.
I'm so grateful that I got out of it unscathed, but it feels unfair. There were people just seconds behind me who didn't make it out.
13 people died in the tornadoes across North Texas that weekend. The city of Rowlett will never forget the devastation to people's lives, but can take hope from the heroic response.
Oh my goodness!
Avoiding deadly weather is about not being in the wrong place at the wrong time. You don't want to be in Norilsk in northern Russia in December. Crossing the road with a heavy shopping bag can be tricky. It's the world's most northern city, where temperatures reach -50 Celsius and the winds are fierce. And in Siberia, if you've got any spare boiling water, it's entirely safe to chuck it out the window, because outside it's -41 degrees Celsius. It looks like it's freezing in mid-air. Actually, the surface area increases 300 times, evaporating the water into steam, which almost instantly become ice flakes.
Cool, huh?
But when the weather warms up, it can be even more deadly. March is the most dangerous month of the year to head out on a snowmobile in Canada. Here, in Golden, British Columbia, as the temperatures rise, the views are spectacular. But the snow beneath is melting. Tumbling beneath the snow, this rider falls 2,500 feet. He survives.
I'm just glad I stayed up on top, man.
But in March 2014, 8 people died over 8 days in Canadian avalanches. Loose rocks on thin soil on a steep slope do not respond well to heavy rain. Nepal is one of the most dangerous places in the world for landslides, particularly in the monsoon season from June. Throw an earthquake into the mix and the landslide becomes lethal. This baby survives. But in 2016, by the end of the monsoon season, Nepal suffered from a record 61 fatal landslides. And if you don't like wildfires, steer clear of the west coast of America in autumn. Humidity's low, vegetation's very dry, strong winds fan the flames.
It's incredible what this guy's about to do.
Everything's thrown at it. Even DC-10 passenger jets swap people for powder to fight the fire.
And it's dropping straight down. Oh my gosh. Unloading so much.
Despite this pilot's low-flying efforts, in 2015, wildfires in the US destroyed an area the size of Denmark. Late July 2016, Maryland, USA. A 1 in 1,000 year rainfall event. High humidity, unstable air, and a warm front dumped 5 inches of water in an hour. As the rivers overflowed into Ellicott City, the high street went from tarmac to torrent.
Howard County 911.
There's torrential flooding on Main Street, Ellicott City, and we have seen people in cars and people clinging onto cars being swept away down the street.
Yes, we do. We are aware of it, and we're trying to get help out to those people.
Diners at the Portales restaurant were unable to leave.
Oh my God! Oh, it's moving that car. What? Oh, it's moving that car.
The car's going.
Oh my God!
The car's going.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I've never seen anything like this before. That's crazy.
We have cars going down the road.
Yeah, there's cars flying down the street.
Half the people killed in American floods die in their cars.
There's people in the water!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God! There's people close to the car.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
And there are people in that vehicle.
Oh my God! Get out!
Oh my God! There's people in the water.
The 2 women clinging onto the car survived, rescued downstream.
There's people close on that car.
Get out of the... Are you kidding me?
Just 300 feet down the high street, the basement of the Still Life Gallery was vulnerable.
I tried to hold the door closed, and in just a couple of minutes, the water rose about 3.5 feet and blew the door open and knocked me back.
Owner David Dempster saw his workshop submerged in floodwater.
It was shocking how fast the water was coming up.
His life's work disappeared before his eyes.
It was something like out of a disaster movie.
David got to higher ground, but could only watch as nature took the town.
Giant sinkholes were opening up, cars were plunging into them. It's just incredible.
Amongst the floating debris, an occupied car. Toy shop owner Jason Barnes felt compelled to respond.
I saw a Volkswagen Bug rolling down the window, and with its headlights on, we could tell that there was somebody in it. And the first thing I did was just empty my pockets and went right out into the water.
Water loaded with rubbish rushed towards him.
I lost my footing and then went down about 10 to 20 feet.
But Jason wasn't finished yet, and joined forces to form a human chain.
I was just kind of telling her, hey, you're gonna have to unbuckle, you're gonna have to climb out this passenger side window. I really wasn't thinking life or death at that point in time. I just knew that if the water kept going as hard, that car stood no chance. So we just had to get her out of there as quickly as possible.
Yes, you have to! Come on!
Jason put her life before his own.
In the heat of the moment, it was just, there was something in front of me that needed to be done and had to go ahead and do it.
After 2 hours, the rain finally stopped. It was the deadliest weather ever to hit Ellicott City.
So am I hearing this correct? There were people in these cars trying to get out? Like they were trying to get them out of the parking lot?
That's what Lisa said.
At least a couple. I guess the rest just floated down.
Whole roads, chunks of roads missing, cars everywhere, smashed into everything. You know, buildings just completely leveled. It just looked like a complete disaster zone. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
2 people died in the flood, but without the bravery of people like Jason, many more might not have survived.
Jason's the real hero in this. He took incredible risks to save a woman who is a complete stranger to him, and he deserves everybody's appreciation. He is a true hero.
When the weather turns frozen, people have to cope somehow. But some are better equipped than others. In Russia, you'd think they'd be used to it when winter comes. Roads covered in snow and ice present a unique challenge. If you don't control your speed, you can end up on the wrong side of the road. Luckily, everyone escapes unharmed. When it does start to warm up, there's a window of opportunity to clear the path. But the risk is not from below, but above. A 6-foot-long block of razor-sharp ice, heavy as a pile of bricks, misses her head by inches. Frozen rivers are also best avoided as the weather warms up. Treading on thin ice usually ends in tears. Underneath the ice, the water's flowing fast and can drag you to your death. Luckily for this kid, his mates offer him a lifeline. In human versus ice, some have a bit more class. If you don't have a boat big enough for all your friends, you can always make a giant ice barge. And just for some added frozen frisson, throw in an ice-melting barbecue and champagne on ice. And when you're done putting your friends' lives at risk of drowning, how about taking your kids on a makeshift snow ride? The cat runs a mile, but 3 children throw themselves into the impending snow thrills. No seatbelts on this sleigh ride, and a child falls out the back. The remaining offspring miss the trees by inches, but luckily survive. In this episode, we've seen Mother Nature in all her fury. We've seen how helpless we can be.
There's people in the water!
We've seen her tear down, destroy, and laugh in our faces. And next time, there will be more, because deadly weather stops for no one.
Hurry up, hurry up! Take it!
The weather. It gives us life, and it takes it away.
The tornado has touched down. You can't do anything.
It is a thing of staggering beauty and a destructive force, killing thousands every year.
The windows all blew out.
The whole thing's gone.
Holy crap.
It was the end.
It is gone. The building is gone.
And our warmer atmosphere is extra energy for our weather to unleash upon us.
Oh my God!
We meet the people who came face to face with Mother Nature and filmed it.
I've been fighting it for an hour.
I'm gonna sick to my stomach.
Holy! I just lost my house.
We hear firsthand how these people survived.
Oh my God! Get in the house!
He's alive. He's alive.
It's pretty much the end of humanity.
I was really convinced I would die.
Using their incredible self-shot footage, we stare straight into the eye of the storm. And witness up close the sheer force of nature.
Oh my God, look at that! Oh, Jesus Christ! Everybody take cover, now!
Coming up in this episode, the Japanese tsunami sends millions running for their lives.
Oh my God, oh my God.
A Texan hero risks his life in attempting to save a drunken man.
I don't know whether he really realized that he was in a life or death situation.
And a wildfire in California forces a mother and son to separate.
Go!
In my mind, when that happened, I thought we were gonna die there.
Ofinato, Japan, 2011. Kenji Seto's sweet manufacturing business was rocked by a 9.1 earthquake. The most powerful to have ever hit Japan. But Kenji was already thinking about what was coming next.
かなり大きな地震だったんで、絶対来るなと。よし、逃げろ。逃げろ。津波来る。津波来る。逃げなさい。はい。はい、電気止めて、逃げて。避難。
Kenji survived the 1960 Japanese tsunami thanks to the quick reactions of his father, and he's never forgotten what they did.
東日本大震災の大津波では早く逃げなくちゃということで。さあ、津波来るから逃げなさい。
Kenji and his 27 employees fled to a nearby hill even before the tsunami warnings had sounded. 30 miles north in Otsushi, Tara Millen was in a group of Canadian and US conservationists who had just arrived at the harbor side.
The ground is shaking phenomenally right now. Like, I can barely stand up. We're gonna get out of here. You can see everybody just get the hell out. Who knows how big a tsunami could be. Everybody's getting out of their houses and going.
As people walked to safety, the Japanese Coast Guard headed towards the earthquake epicenter, 43 miles off the coast, to see if it had triggered a tsunami. Just a few miles out, they met the first wave. It was 30 foot high and incoming at 34 miles per hour. But many more were on their way, and the entire sea level was rising fast.
The water is just surging out, like the entire shore is exposed.
In Otsushi, Tara and the conservationists had fled to high ground and watched in disbelief.
This is going to be, I mean, this is, when it happened in Thailand, it originally started as a flooding, then the water got sucked out, and then the massive wave came. So look at the weird things that are exposed on the floor of the ocean.
Up the entire northeast coast, the sea receded, exposing their only line of defense, the breakwaters built after the 1960 tsunami. It also meant the first wave was just a few minutes away. In Ofunatu, a fireman captured the first image of the tsunami making landfall. The 16-foot sea barriers were already overrun, and the entire town had to get out immediately. Sweet factory owner Kenji Seitu and his workforce had reached high ground as the deluge arrived.
実はその私たちの町はこの堤防によって防潮堤によって財産命は守ってもらえるんだって昔から思っていたわけなんですね。でそれが簡単に、堤防が破られてね、町が押し流されていくっていう姿を見て、強い悲しみは感じましたけどもね。
Street by street, the town was being washed away. Emergency drills kicked in, and millions evacuated along the whole northeast coast. But it was impossible to prepare for the sheer scale of this tsunami. The roof of this Ishinomaki gas refinery was the designated evacuation point for these workers. But the water rose with such ferocity that the workers on this third-floor roof had to climb even higher. In Sendai, the Coast Guard employees watched their harbor get ripped to pieces. Industrial gas storage tanks were ripped from their moorings, and ships and entire buildings were washed away. Back in Ofunatu, Kenji's sweet factory was just visible, but most of his town was gone, and he forgot his own safety.
自分がいるところも危ないなということで、後ろを振り向きながらですね、逃げろっつってみんなに声をかけたつもりが、どっかのお父さんが一人いただけ。
Just down the coast, in Minami Sanriku, not everyone had escaped quick enough. She made it out, but thousands of people were injured or marooned in sinking ships and sinking buildings. But the Coast Guard only had limited helicopters. In Ishinomaki, a man was clinging to a ship container before jumping onto an electricity wire. He held on for 15 minutes before he was eventually rescued. In Sendai, the wave reached 10 miles inland, engulfing the airport along the way.
About the fifth aftershock, and it's just shaking below our feet.
In Otsuchi, the entire town was wrecked. Tara and her friends were still on the hillside, but with no mobile signals and no road, they had nowhere to go. That night, over 1,000 miles of Japanese coastline was decimated.
Whatever buildings were here were completely destroyed.
Brian, Scott.
Tara and her team awoke to a tragic scene.
Everything is just completely destroyed here.
We went down to see what we were going to be able to do, and I think some of us still had this insane idea that we were going to be able to drive out of there.
So this is the road that we're supposed to get out on. The road has been completely destroyed. You can see it poking out there and all the water rushing away.
The whole of Otsuchi town had been wiped out, and over half of the 17,000 population were feared dead. In these freezing temperatures, it was a search, but not rescue mission. Along the coast, the water had risen 130 feet in places. 1 million buildings were damaged or destroyed. 250,000 people were displaced, and 20,000 lost their lives. The Fukushima nuclear reactor was also sent into meltdown, affecting 32 million people with dangerous levels of radiation. The Japanese Prime Minister described the tsunami as Japan's worst crisis since World War II. Deadly weather unleashes the greatest of human tragedies, but for some people, it is also the ultimate endurance test. Lewis Pugh is an ex-Special Forces ocean activist. He's aiming to swim over half a mile across the North Pole, where there shouldn't even be liquid water. Global warming has meant that patches of water now open up every summer. The water is minus 1.7 Celsius, so if it weren't salty, it would be ice. In this sea, most people would be dead within a minute, but Lewis has trained his body to warm itself up, so he's sweating before he jumps in. By By the end, his shoulder straps are covered in ice, but his swim lasts 18 minutes and 50 seconds and sets a new world record. The Mount Washington Weather Observatory in New Hampshire recorded the fastest ever sustained non-storm winds. In 1934, they were 231 miles per hour. These weather observers are enjoying a mere 109 miles per hour, and walking is still almost impossible. In Luderitz, on the Namibian coast, Antoine Albo turns 55 mile per hour winds into a windsurf world speed record attempt.
The sand was flying everywhere, you know, like couldn't see where I was going. It was difficult, it was dangerous.
By going at an angle across it, he can sail just faster than the wind. And he sustains over 60 miles per hour. Our final extreme weather environment may not look like much, but is in fact the deadliest weather known to man. Pushing billions to the limits of their health, urban smog kills 4.6 million people every year. The worst affected city is Delhi in India. Air pollution here is 10 times World Health Organization limits, killing 20,000 residents annually. Which shows you don't have to be a tough nut to deal with deadly weather every day. On the 29th of August 2005, the Category 5 Hurricane Katrina was twisting towards New Orleans.
And not too many cars out.
On the southern seaward side of the city, Carolyn Vaccarella and her husband Rocky were wrestling with a difference of opinion.
The storm was on its way, but it wasn't here yet. It was very calm. It was really nice.
I was not staying here with a possible Hurricane 4 or 5 hitting this area.
So Carolyn fled the city, leaving Rocky and their son Luke to square up to Hurricane Katrina.
Rocky chose to stay because we are inside the levee protection area, which we thought was going to be safe.
Across the street, Rocky's brother-in-law and his son also stayed behind and filmed the 120 mile per hour winds pulling apart Rocky and Carolyn's roof.
Well, the situation over here is terrible. I guess this will be the last one I see in my lifetime. Even though there were so many I've seen before and been through, but this is pretty rough. And I'm glad to be over here to give my helping hand.
But none of them realized what was to come. As the eye of Katrina passed over, it burst open the levees, sending a 25-foot storm surge their way.
Well, we were in the house and the water started coming up real high. My son and I went through a window and we grabbed onto the gutter pipe and pulled ourselves onto the roof. Conditions on the roof were terrible, and the waters could rise even more with the coming tide. It was very rough because the winds were blowing real hard and the water was starting to really go bad. There was a lot of different things floating in the water. Cars, trucks, parts of people's houses. Very scary. Across the street, Rocky's powerboat had floated up with the floodwaters, and they had the rope. But it wouldn't budge.
I think you're hooked on the fence.
Then Rocky's brother-in-law had an idea.
Hey, you don't think you can swim over here? You think you can swim over here? Hey, swim to the boat.
My brother-in-law was able to contact his wife, my sister-in-law, and she called me. She was hysterical, yelling and screaming, saying about the water was, coming up, and Rocky and Luke were on the roof. And then the phone went dead. So for 6 days, I heard nothing.
Rocky sent his son Luke in first. If he could just get his courage up. was Rocky's turn.
Yeah, he's so scared to get in the water, you know?
While from the water's side, his brother-in-law offered his support.
Get in the back! Get in the back! Help him get up. Get in the back! Why did he go to the front?
Even in the deadliest hurricane in U.S. history, there's always someone in the family who knows better. Rocky managed to start the boat and joined his brother-in-law, but dry land was 4 miles away, and they didn't have enough fuel.
And the water's still coming up, the cars are floating. That's it. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? Nothing you can do but hit each other. Pray to God that you can make it through. That's all you can do. Pray for the best.
They spent a freezing night on the roof, but the seawater was just as high in the morning, and they weren't the only ones stranded.
Quick, look at the dog. On top. There's an Alaskan Husky on top of the roof.
Yeah, I saw him earlier.
Come see this dog, how smart he is. A dog. He's a survivor. He's like a Vaccarella. I'm gonna get him. That's that Alaskan Husky.
But night after night, they were getting colder and weaker.
I actually stayed here in the water for like 5 days. And then they just decided, you know, hey, look, the water's not going down. No one's coming to help us.
Sometimes people passed by and gave us food.
By scavenging fuel, the family eventually managed to reach safety and save the Alaskan Husky. But in the end, they had to admit, maybe Carolyn was right after all.
I mean, you just gotta, when they tell you to go, you have to be smart enough to go. You know, we should have packed everything. We packed everything upstairs. We could have packed that last night or yesterday and got out of here, but we didn't.
In deadly weather, just as in life, some can style out a potential disaster, and some can't. This pond at the bottom of a ski slope is probably best avoided. Apparently not. Best not attempt this on skis, though. Fair enough, that's a weather win. Wind is always crucial when gliding, but this pilot accidentally deploys his braking chute during takeoff. Combined with the blustery winds at altitude, he's losing control. As the winds hit 30 miles per hour, he has to land immediately. But on his final approach, there's a mighty solid wall. It's a weather fail, but as pilots say, any landing you can walk away from is a good one. Being crushed by an avalanche of snow, this man could be in serious trouble. But he hardly breaks his step and carries on with his day. In Sochi, Russia, an Angelina Jolie lookalike is vlogging about something nobody can hear. It's during a storm on the Black Sea. A beautiful weather fail, but she's still standing. Saving the most extreme till last, this young Russian is making the most of the snow with a 100-foot jump. At the bottom is a small drift to cushion his impact, adding a bit of fire for theater.
Sure.
Off he goes.
Живой! Живой!
He suffers severe winding and burns to his legs before being taken to hospital. It goes without saying, never attempt this, as it will likely cause terrible injury or death. Some weather winds are just not worth chasing. Coming up, a wildfire in California almost takes an artist's life.
All of the landscape was on fire.
God damn it, go back. We're fine. Taylor, go back. I'm not kidding.
Two friends from Alabama flee a tornado in reverse.
Crossing the interstate right where we were.
And a skier in Switzerland is trapped under an avalanche. California, USA, in the hills north of San Francisco. A Saturday in September 2015, Lake County Sheriff Brian Martin was on a day off.
I was taking my son to his first youth football game of the season. When we arrived, we saw a plume of smoke coming up from the Cobb Mountain area. And I thought, well, that's probably not a good thing with the drought conditions.
It was a wildfire heading for the local towns. Brian ordered 10,000 people to abandon their homes. Kim Ringeisen and his son Kai joined the evacuation.
I was thinking, Kai, it's like, where are we going? We were driving into an apocalypse.
Halfway out, they turned their cameras on the unfolding destruction.
Oh, Dad, look.
The fire went a little crazy there as it came over the ridge and burned through this kind of prairie.
I gotta get out of here.
Oh, there's a fire devil.
Kai, go.
Cool.
Kai, go.
They were not the only ones to misjudge the speed of the fire. By evening time, thousands were still in their homes.
Our initial aim was actually for evacuations, and it quickly turned into rescue operations. This fire moved so quickly that some people didn't have time to get out.
Oh, Aunt Sandy's stuff is gone.
Anna Negrete had to rescue her elderly parents with her son, Eric.
We ran to the cars, and all the way out was covered in flames. Is when we were surrounded, like front, side, and back.
15-year-old Eric was in the first car with his brother Frankie and the dog. But Grandma's car behind was empty, as Mom and Grandma were still in the house.
Get in the car!
Get in the car!
I love you, Frankie. Go! Oh, Aunt Sandy's house caught on fire. Hopefully she makes it out.
The boys left without Auntie Sandra, Mom, or grandparents.
Hold on, Taquito. Hold on.
The inferno was closing in, but a car was blocking their way.
Don't be dumb. Drive.
And they crashed into it.
What the? Go, go. Stop, dog.
In my mind, when that happened, I thought we were gonna die there. We couldn't see or move very far in it, so we thought we were gonna die there.
Nearby, the police were looking for people left behind when they spotted a car surrounded by flames.
You can see them running up to the car, and you can actually see how hot the fire is because they can only get so close.
I'm responding to the fire from the
They get up close enough to make sure that nobody's in there and quickly get back into their vehicle because the heat's just overwhelming and overpowering. And the only safe place for them at that time was in their car on their way out of that area.
Thankfully, the car was empty. But the fire was burning 6,000 acres an hour, and the police had to check a house behind a gas station.
Propane canisters were exploding and igniting all around us. And so it's just a very, very dangerous situation, and you're constantly on high alert when that happens.
Artist Julie Wolf's house was so sheltered in a deep valley that she didn't see or hear the fire until it was on her.
We saw fire for the first time, and it was only about 100 feet from a home. So then I panicked. I looked around and I said, why is there no firefighters? We just drove away. That was all we could do. There was a wall of fire.
There was only one road out.
I thought, well, we have to drive into this because we cannot turn around and go back or we'll be trapped. And it was pretty terrifying.
Her son, Grayson, was leading a convoy of 3 cars.
He said, we can get through this. All the houses, every house, after a certain point, was fully on fire as we passed, and all of the landscape was on fire. And I said to my daughter, take a look around and lock this in your memory. You'll never see this again. It was really horrifying. We drove 5 miles through a fire. It felt like it was never going to end.
The fire was beyond all control. The police did all they could to keep 10,000 people safe.
The heat that they were feeling was immense. The smoke was in some cases overwhelming. We had one deputy who had to be rescued because his car was overcome with smoke and he wasn't able to continue on. I knew very early on that this was going to be the worst disaster that hit our county ever, and there was going to be a very long recovery. It was very clear that we were just going to have to wait for nature to do what it was going to do and be there to pick up the pieces.
The fire burned for over 3 weeks. It destroyed over 1,000 homes and nearly 100 businesses.
I know that we saved a lot of lives during that fire. We were preparing for dozens of casualties, and that we lost 4 people is tragic, but it certainly could have been a lot worse than that.
Anna Negretti eventually caught up with the rest of her family.
Thanks to Eric seeing it and screaming made us, just rush out. I consider myself very lucky that we all made it alive.
Julie Wolf also made it through, but lost the home her grandfather built.
The odd thing was that there was lots of small ceramic vases and things that survived the fire. It was really eerie. The landscape has completely changed. That's why so many people are not coming back.
Weather can be deadly, but it can also move in mysterious ways. Who knew swimming in sand was really possible? Well, all is not exactly as it seems. This is not sand, but volcanic ash, which is far lighter, and it is floating on top of a lake in Patagonia. The reason it doesn't sink into muddy paste is because of the sheer quantity. Like adding lots of flour to a pancake mix, it just sits on top until it's mixed in. But this is the desert in Saudi Arabia. And what looks like a fast-flowing river of porridge is just as strange. Following a huge storm upstream, it's a river of melting hail. Even in scorching Saudi heat, hail is possible. The air temperature drops by 11 Celsius for every mile up. So it is minus 60 in the clouds, where hail forms, filling the previously dry rivers and causing flash floods. In Indiana, America, a cyclist notices something highly unusual.
Oh my goodness. What the hell?
As far as he's concerned, this could be extraterrestrial. In fact, it's a very rare weather phenomenon called a crown flash. The electrostatic field of the cloud aligns ice particles in the air to be pointing in the same direction. This creates an ice lens, which refracts the sun to make this optical illusion. It's usually invisible, but occasionally the angles are just right. In Chile, it looks like our weather gods are defaming our skies. At 620 miles long, this is in fact a particularly impressive morning glory cloud. Their formation is still not fully understood, but it takes place where weather fronts meet, causing the air to roll in giant cylinders.
Double rainbow, oh my God. It's a double rainbow all the way. Whoa, that's so intense. Whoa, man.
Californian farmer Paul Bear Vasquez is witnessing what he thinks is a very special weather event.
Whoa, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! Oh, wow. Woo! Oh, my front yard. Oh my God. Oh my God. This mean. Help me.
Unfortunately, double rainbows don't mean anything. They're a common result of airborne water dispersing sunlight. Nevertheless, even gentle weather can be jaw-dropping.
Oh my God. It's so intense.
Corsicana, Texas, May 2015. Over 1.5 feet of rain fell in 2 days, filling the city with flash floods. Chrissy Heischman had pulled over, but not everyone was as cautious.
I saw this guy bumbling towards the flood. His legs just went out from under him. I thought at that point, I just saw somebody die.
911, where's your emergency?
There's a guy trying to cross. He's clinging on to the, he's barely got his head above water. He fell into the water, and he's clinging on to a power pole.
Luckily, tow truck owner Brian Gilmore had seen him too.
At the time that we arrived, his head was barely above water. My first thoughts is, how's this guy end up out here? What was he thinking when he crossed this water? You know, but he was in a situation where he needed help.
I can't tell if his head's above water or not. There's no way to help him.
I would think that he wasn't going to be able to hang on to that pole too much longer with the swift water.
This tow truck driver was like, made a decision, got out there, and just went straight into the water. And I'm like, who is this guy?
Gosh, I don't think this is a good idea.
Brian had been out looking for people who needed help. But this man had been clinging for his life for 3 minutes.
You know, I was hollering at him saying, please don't let go. Please don't let go, I'm coming. Please don't let go.
One slip from Brian, and he would be gone too.
Don't let go.
The cable was not hooked into me. I was holding the cable with one hand and reaching for him with the other hand. It got to a point where I couldn't touch with my feet anymore.
Oh, no, 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 almost.
I basically was swimming with the cable hooked to me.
Oh my God, oh my God.
But when Brian reached him, something was wrong.
Let go of your grocery bag, guy, come on.
The guy was heavily intoxicated, and, you know, I don't know whether he really realized that he was in a life or death situation.
Oh man, I have a feeling this guy is like just drunk or something.
The man had little grip on the reality of the situation, or Brian's hand.
I was holding the cable with one hand, and I pulled him through the water. My partner started pulling us back out, but, you know, those winches on those trucks are not, you know, they're not built for speed, and that gives you some time to analyze, you know, is this really the right thing to do? I wasn't giving up. It was either going to be both of us gone or we were coming out. And I kept trying to tell him, don't worry about your bag, let's get out of this water.
Oh my goodness. Don't let go, don't let go. Oh no, no, I fell back in! Oh my God, oh my God. This guy, something is wrong with him. And he won't let go of his dang freaking groceries. Yep, totally drunk. Oh my gosh.
But yards from safety, the man's precious bag went.
Let go, no, no! Don't chase them, oh my God! Oh my God!
I was very frustrated. I was like, you know, I've done put my life in jeopardy here to get you out, and you're worried about your bag of groceries.
Am I really watching this happen? Is this guy really not letting go of his groceries?
It did make things a lot more difficult, those bag of groceries. As soon as we got him out of the water, he said, you know, thank you, but he was just more in shock, I think, as long as what we were, too.
Brian's like, you know, the superhero of Corsicana, and if there was anyone that could have been there that would have, like, helped this guy and had the strength to do it, it was probably Brian.
It was just one of Brian's rescues that night, but to this day, he still doesn't know the man's name or what was in the bag.
I don't consider myself a hero. I believe putting in a situation that any normal person would have tried to do what I did.
And he's got a big heart. What a cool dude.
Deadly weather, if we are caught out alone, can render us utterly helpless. Christopher Carlson is in Switzerland when an avalanche engulfs him. He is stuck 6.5 feet down, unable to move his limbs. This tiny air pocket gives him just 10 minutes of air. His friends are on the slope somewhere, and they might hear him, if they are not buried too. A full 5 minutes go by. Mercifully, on this occasion, his friends perform a life-saving rescue. Never underestimate the strength of a flash flood. This lady is lucky. A paramedic saw it coming, and she's taken away, concussed, but alive. Friends Chandler and Nate are totally pumped by a tornado in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
There it is. Yes, that it is. That thing looks like you can see debris in the air. That thing is half a mile wide.
Chandler, who's driving, wants to get right next to it, but Nate, who's filming, is more cautious.
Chandler, do not go back that way.
Nate, film it.
I am. There's 2 of them. We need to go that way.
No,
God damn it, go back.
We're fine.
Chandler, go back. I'm not kidding.
Reversing down a highway seems the lesser of the dangers.
We don't know if this thing can change directions. We're not experts. It's crossing the interstate right where we were.
Had they not done it, it could have been catastrophic. So sometimes listening is all it takes to save us from ourselves.
Oh my God.
These men, on a fishing trip off Long Island, spot something in the distance.
Well, this is pretty unbelievable.
Have you ever seen?
No. Driving back, and here's a freaking buck swimming out in Long Island Sound. A little closer.
Web close.
Being 6 miles offshore, they attempt to rescue the deer. It's too heavy to lift into the boat, and tying it by the antlers is not ideal.
All right, buddy. You're all right.
But it's the best they can do. Childhood curiosity and a frozen metal pole are often a bad combination.
All right, move your hands away. Get your hands away.
Oh, gosh.
Luckily, Dad is there to come to the rescue with some hot chocolate.
Oh, no.
Move your hands and get your hands away.
Take your hands off. Andrew, get your head out. Let me see your tongue. Oh, Ryan.
Here, let's get here.
Are you okay, Ryan? It was gonna happen one day.
Poor lad's learnt the hard way to keep his tongue in his mouth.
What did Ryan do?
In this episode, we've seen Mother Nature wreak destruction, leave us for dead, and begging for mercy. Next time, there will be more, because deadly weather stops for no one. The weather. It gives us life, and it takes it away.
The tornado has touched down.
He can't do anything.
It is a thing of staggering beauty and a destructive force, killing thousands every year.
The windows all blew out.
The whole thing's gone.
Holy crap.
It was the end.
It is gone. The building is gone.
And our warmer atmosphere is extra energy for our weather to unleash upon us.
Oh my God!
We meet the people who came face to face with Mother Nature and filmed it.
I've been fighting it for an hour.
I'm gonna sick to my stomach.
Holy! I just lost my house.
We hear firsthand how these people survived.
Oh my God. Get in the house.
He's alive. He's alive.
It's pretty much the end of humanity.
I was really convinced I would die.
Using their incredible self-shot footage, we stare straight into the eye of the storm. And witness up close the sheer force of nature.
Oh my God, look at that! Oh, Jesus Christ. Everybody
Coming up in this episode, Hail from Hell.
It sounded like we were under fire. Holy cow! Like you were being attacked by something.
A hurricane kills hundreds across the Caribbean. And a diving daredevil nearly dies trying to save a drowning boy.
He's over there! He's right there!
Wiley, Texas, April 2016. A severe hailstorm was forecast. A supercell formed, sandwiching a strange, luminous, aquamarine layer of hail in the cloud.
Hazard, tennis ball-size hail and 70 miles per hour wind gusts. People and animals outdoors will be injured.
They basically let us know that there was going to be a lot of hail, and it was going to be large.
You seeing this? That is scary, huh?
It's so unpredictable here. You have to be prepared like it's going to be the worst storm you've ever seen.
It's like playing cards. You got to play with the hand you're dealt. If it's bad weather, it's bad weather.
For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building.
With storm warnings in place, the streets were deserted as people took cover in their homes. The blue-green streak of hail was ominous, but alluring.
That's pretty amazing.
Single mom Donna Cole had just rented the house with her 11-year-old son.
We were in the process of moving in, so we still had boxes everywhere.
It was a fresh start for the artist and her child, and they were still unpacking when the hail moved in.
Oh, here we go. We might want to step back.
They look like little baby grasshoppers.
Maybe.
Oh, the hail's getting bigger.
Wow, there's some golf balls out there. Once it got going, it picked up speed, and it started coming down faster and faster. Holy moly! Oh, power just went out.
Wonder and pleasure turned into a world of pain.
Holy cow! Get down!
I didn't get any idea that it was going to be flying 90 miles an hour through the windows straight into the house at all.
Across Wiley, the hailstones got bigger. 2-inch golf ball hail became 3-inch baseball ice. An increasingly ferocious, relentless, airborne assault. Large hail can be a real problem if you're stuck in the car. There was nowhere to shelter.
Oh my God.
The hail got heavier, harder, faster. Frozen missiles heavier than a can of beans hit at 90 miles an hour. There was just a few millimeters of glass between the driver and potentially deadly weather. Anything out in the open didn't stand a chance.
Crazy!
In downtown Wiley, Dylan and Kaylee LaFoy had just spent all their cash on the house.
Man. Oh, there's some big ones.
It sounded like we were under fire, but that's exactly what it sounded like you were being attacked by something.
A favorite feature, the roof light in the kitchen.
Stay out of the kitchen. It's okay, baby. We're all okay.
They had to hide 3-year-old Talon and baby Slayton in the broom cupboard for shelter.
There's glass flying everywhere, so it's, what if something hit my child?
Let's just keep waiting this out for a minute. My God.
Meanwhile, Donna Cole's main source of income was under threat. A lifetime of paintings yet to be sold were about to be ruined.
Take it. The pictures. I know. While I was gathering the pictures, it was deafening. Out of the room. Take it out of the room.
Donna rescued what she could, walking barefoot on broken glass.
I know. I should have my shoes on.
A bedroom wardrobe was the only shelter.
Get in there. Get in there.
Staying in the closet.
Yeah.
Also in a cupboard, huddled over their children, Dylan and Kaylee could do nothing as their kitchen was bombarded.
My God.
You have tons of adrenaline. Your heart is pounding out of your chest. I told Dylan I felt like I could hear my heartbeat.
Our house is destroyed.
Yeah.
Minute by minute, the hail intensified. Jennifer Brocco had called in her 4 children who'd been playing outside.
Get in the hallway now!
I was almost in a state of shock seeing these things fall from the sky.
Inside of your house, seriously, you're going to have hail?
Jennifer and her husband David were struggling to keep her eldest Kyle and Kayla from putting themselves in danger.
Do not think about going outside. If it hits you, it will kill you.
We were all panicked. All my brothers were like, is this gonna stop? What are we gonna do? What if it comes through the ceiling?
Stay in there. Windows. Yeah, windows.
It sounded like a train was coming and glasses breaking, kids are screaming.
Oh my goodness. Let's get in the hallway. Stay in the hallway. Now.
The only safe place for the children was the inner corridor.
Just sit down. Sit down.
The 3-inch baseball hail was now more like a 4-inch softball.
That is major.
But the Brocco family were not alone.
Holy cow!
Round the corner, Tanika Williams was on her own, also looking after 4 young children.
Get away from the window! Everybody come right here! Oh, God! Jesus! I'm scared!
It felt like an eternity. It felt like endless crashing glass. Constant breaking, falling, crashing glass.
Holy cow!
It was like, is this storm ever gonna be done?
As the hail turned to rain, the storm drew to a close. What felt like a lifetime was actually just 7 minutes of devastation. The morning after, the community had to come together. Wiley had around 15,000 homes. 8 out of every 10 were damaged.
As a stay-at-home mom, somebody who's a housewife, you know, you pride yourself on your little nest, you know, and you're just watching it get beat up by something that is totally uncontrollable.
Anything exposed took the brunt of the force.
I really had no idea this particular type of weather could cause this type of damage.
Roofs let in more daylight.
We were all sort of in shock as to what just happened. However, you know, we were all safe and things were going to get fixed and we knew the outcome would be okay.
April 2016 saw 4 weeks of huge hailstorms in North Texas. Damages ran into tens of thousands of dollars for every home hit by the hail. Few people like to tempt fate, but some places on Earth, you just can't avoid extreme weather. Patagonia is one of the windiest places on the planet. The sustained winds here are matched only in the North and South Poles. It is the only landmass at this latitude, so the winds swirling the base of the Earth are more or less uninterrupted. But let's hope for this guy that it doesn't suddenly stop. As sailors will testify, south of Cape Horn produces the biggest waves. The winds and the meeting of warm and frigid waters produce incredible swells. The route from Patagonia to Antarctica is called Drake's Passage, after Francis Drake, who crossed it in a 100-foot sailboat over 400 years ago. Swells would have swamped his ship.
Bloody breakfast is going to be an interesting one.
So these days we have it pretty easy. Oymyakon in northeast Russia is a contender for the coldest town on Earth.
Und immer noch minus 47 Grad.
The old water-freezing mid-air trick works a treat here. It's not the best place to dry your washing outdoors, though.
Come closer.
Tricky when you have a hot date and all you have is cold pants. And getting ready isn't much easier when you have probably the coldest outdoor toilet in the world. And if you can't find a hammer, you can always use a banana. Yeah. But being outside a weather danger zone does not always make you safe.
This is a tornado, and I cannot tell which way it is going, so I don't know how to get away from it.
This man, on a business trip, happens to be driving through Illinois, which is not usually thought of as Tornado Alley.
Let me see if I can back up here a little bit and get under the bridge.
Not being used to tornadoes, he decides to shelter under a bridge and stay put.
Oh, crap. I have honestly never been in a tornado before. Totally crazy. It's coming right. It is coming right over the top of me. Crazy, crazy.
This EF4 tornado is capable of flattening brick houses.
Ridiculous.
And under a bridge is one of the worst places to be because it funnels the wind.
That is scary. The truck is, oh my gosh. Holy smokes. Oh no. Yeah, that is completely crazy. The truck feels like it's about to lift up off the ground. Not lying. Oh my gosh.
Mercifully, the eye just misses him, but he's living proof deadly weather can get you wherever you are. In the early hours of a Saturday in February 2010, Rodrigo Araya was recovering from a festival when the electricity went down.
A los minutos hubo una sirena, que fue como una sirena de guerra.
An 8.8 earthquake, the fifth largest ever recorded, had struck Chile, just 2 miles off the coast, near Rodrigo's home in the town of Dichato.
Por lo tanto, todos subimos al cerro. Por lo menos nosotros nos pusimos en zona segura.
As the sea receded along 1,000 miles of coastline, this group of teenagers had no idea that a tsunami was now inevitable. Right by the epicenter, in Pichilemu, a group of friends had been celebrating the Vina festival. After a long night of partying, one of them, Ricardo, was feeling particularly brave.
Ricardo, ven!
¡Va, Ricardo! ¡Lo recogí en la marea! ¡Salió el mar para afuera! ¡Salió el mar para afuera, Ricardo!
His friends had climbed to safety, but Ricardo was ready to take on the tsunami.
¡Ricardo!
¡Ricardo, huevón, sale de ahí! ¡Ricardo, huevón, no, mira, huevón! ¡Ricardo! ¡Ricardo, huevón, dame la mano, huevón, dale, apúrate, tío! ¡Ricardo, huevón, Ricardo! ¡Apúrate, huevón! ¡Apúrate, huevón! ¡Allá, boludo! ¡No, por allá, ven, abierto!
More waves hit the Chilean coast, and the tsunami surge was reaching 8.5 feet and filling the coastal towns. Ten to 15 tsunami surges swept in. In Pichilemu, Ricardo's friends battled to save him.
¡Ricardo, ven acá, Ricardo! Ricardo, ven, Ricardo, ven, Ricardo, aquí, mira, pisa ahí en el fierro, mira, ven. Ahí, ahí. Ahí, agarre el fierro y mira como subí yo. Apúrate, con. Cuidado con el bote. Dame la mano. No, yo estaba ahí en el rincón ahí, y nadie me apoyó. ¿Cómo que no te voy a levantarte y me resbaláis, tú, weón?
In Dichato, 5 hours after the first wave, the sea was still surging inland.
No sabía qué pasaba, no sabía, uno no tenía idea que había otras ciudades donde había sido mucho más potente el tema, uno no tenía idea que había ciudades que se habían caído edificios, uno no manejaba esa información.
The Chilean tsunami of 2010 caught the nation off guard. 525 people were killed, 370,000 homes were damaged, and the head of the Navy was fired for not sounding warnings earlier. Few things test us like deadly weather, but our ability to survive is awe-inspiring. Summertime in Siberia is tinderbox dry. Increasingly warm summers are a deadly problem. It's 2015. The Trans-Baikal Highway has become known as the road to hell, as locals attempt to escape, seemingly in every direction. One car is even set alight, which doesn't stop them driving. This fire kills 34 people, some in broken down cars. But this driver at least gets out alive. Elsewhere in Russia, a tale of survival at the opposite extreme of deadly weather. The city of Novorossiysk is under a flash flood. The girl filming is being driven by her dad. Up ahead, a cyclist has been knocked unconscious in the water. When they pull him out, he's not breathing. They perform heart massage and CPR for a full minute. Finally, he starts to breathe again. He's dazed and confused, but alive, thanks to his unknown saviors.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna kind of make a cut over this way, just in this bowl here, you know.
These American skiers have found some irresistible virgin snow, but it's also an avalanche risk.
You want to go first? I just don't want you getting caught in your slough.
They check their personal locators.
Okay, I'm gonna drop.
Then go for it. Almost immediately, the leader sets off an avalanche to his right. He stays left, but it's not enough. And he's soon buried. He can't move his limbs, and his mouth and nose keep filling up with snow, so his air supply is dwindling. After 2 minutes, he hears crackles on his radio locator. After 3.5 minutes, he hears voices. But do they know where he is? His friends and locator save his life. And his relief at being a survivor is palpable.
Кошечка замерзла, прилипли лапы.
But the ultimate survivor is this cat. It spent the night in the minus 30 Celsius Siberian winter. This couple find it under their car. The heat of the engine kept it warm at first, but it also melted the snow around it. Overnight, this froze around the cat. It took several buckets of water and veterinary treatment, but she made a full recovery.
Натащи домой ее. Держи, держи.
That's one tough cat. Coming up, 150-mile-an-hour winds set Haiti back 10 years. And a teenager's knocked unconscious in huge waves and hurled down a rocky ravine.
He's over there!
A spiral of cloud, hundreds of miles wide and visible from space.
I want us to take this threat seriously. This is potentially a very destructive hurricane.
A Category 5 monster christened Matthew, heading for the Caribbean.
We pray for our eternal Father to protect us with his mighty hand.
Haiti. For the last 4 years, a place Red Cross worker Stéphane Rengevet called home.
Les maisons sont construites souvent avec des matériels locaux. Les dégâts allaient être vraiment énormes au niveau infrastructure.
Stéphane had been rebuilding the country after the earthquake in 2010. So when Hurricane Matthew arrived, it was the last thing Haiti needed.
C'était comme si vous étiez près d'un réacteur d'un avion et ça soufflait très fort. C'était comme si vous étiez dans un avion et qui descendait, montait assez brusquement, avec des problèmes au niveau des oreilles. Donc c'était vraiment très puissant. Je crois que j'oublierai jamais le bruit, c'était impressionnant.
500 miles further north, newlyweds Dave and Amanda Jenkins were looking forward to a honeymoon after it rained on their wedding day.
We were supposed to have our romantic honeymoon, as everybody dreams about.
They chose Paradise Island in the Bahamas for its idyllic, calm, picture postcard feel.
Weather was great. The blue seas that we expected were there, and it was very tropical feeling until we noticed all the hurricane barriers being installed.
Day 2, they got a visitor in the night.
It was Matthew. He was there. It woke us up, shaking the bed a little bit with the walls.
They decided to evacuate.
It was just loud whistling. The exterior doors that led to the stairwells were shaking. Water was coming through. It felt like the whole top of the hotel was just going to fly off.
Dave was right to be worried. Buildings all over the island were vulnerable.
Oh, God.
In Haiti, with all forms of communication down, Stefan was concerned for his wife and daughter.
Moi, j'étais inquiet aussi pour ma famille à Port-au-Prince. Les gens priaient, ils commençaient à chanter pour tous les gens qui étaient à l'extérieur.
Stefan was stuck. He could only wait, knowing families were sheltering in flimsy homes. In the hotel on Paradise Island, Dave and Amanda tried to rescue their possessions.
Oh my God, there's our room. We have no wall. Oh my God.
We opened the door, sucked in a little bit, and
Check us, Amanda. Oh no.
wow. It just looked like somebody grabbed it and ripped a big chunk out of the building.
It was a multinational hurricane, ignoring borders. Swooping through the Caribbean, it struck Jamaica with a storm surge. Turning streets into rivers. People tried to rescue what they could, without much luck. For Dave and Amanda, it was time to go home.
You heard the pilot and he's saying, well, due to Hurricane Matthew running its course up the U.S., we're gonna fly over it. The turbulence was terrible. I thought we survived being in the Bahamas during the hurricane, but this is when we go.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking.
As Hurricane Matthew headed north, it was America's turn to feel the force. Worst hit, North Carolina.
We are urging all people to stay inside. Please stay indoors. If you don't have anywhere to be, please stay in your home.
In Fayetteville, police officer Asia Cannon was broadcasting live on social media.
And as you can see, there are plenty of people still out here driving in these weather conditions, putting their lives at risk.
Some people ignored her message.
Oh, we have another vehicle. Somebody right on top of the vehicle here.
As we're approaching, all I saw was the young lady.
We're gonna try to back up to this lady here, and we're gonna try to get her in here.
They didn't have much time. The water was rising by the minute. They couldn't wait for a rescue boat and reversed towards the car.
Hold on. We're coming. Hey, we're coming for you.
We were concerned that within the next couple of hours, you know, she could possibly be a casualty of Hurricane Matthew.
You're good. Keep going straight.
To your right a little bit.
Oh.
Lieutenant Todd Joyce was part of the rescue team.
You gonna get her?
Yeah. As we get closer, that's when we see that she had a baby in her arms.
All right, guys, it's Robinson Street right here at the MLK exit. You see we got the fire department blocking off the roadway.
At any stage, the car could have been swept away, mother and child with it.
She has her child with her.
One slip and Todd Joyce and the baby could be washed away.
Oh, come on, sweetie. Oh, come here. Hey, cutie.
It's okay.
Hey. Look, guys, I just made a new friend.
To help that woman and her young child, it was one of the most rewarding moments I can say I've had in my life.
When Hurricane Matthew headed back out into the Atlantic, its path of destruction became clear from the air. Nearly $13 billion worth of destruction. 14 hours after the end of the hurricane, people and their animals were still trapped. In the southeastern states, many were rescued, but 49 people died. In Haiti, there wasn't much left.
Les petites maisons sont totalement inondées.
Quand nous sommes arrivés sur la rue principale, c'était l'apocalypse. Tous les arbres avaient été tombés sur la rue, les poteaux électriques étaient arrachés, tout était détruit, il y avait plus de maisons debout quasiment.
The damage to property matched only by the human suffering.
Il y avait un gros besoin en santé pour couvrir les premières urgences.
From massive earthquake to huge hurricane, the ability of Haitians to withstand tectonic and atmospheric challenges was truly tested.
On a perdu encore pas mal de tout ce qu'on avait pu faire, reconstruire après le tremblement de terre. Voilà, il faut recommencer de nouveau. C'est long, ça peut être compliqué, mais voilà, on est là.
Stéphane's family survived, but more than 1,500 people in Haiti didn't, making Matthew one of the most deadly hurricanes in recent history. The forces creating our weather can be merciless, but sometimes they're just very strange.
Теперь у нас 3 солнца всходит. 1, 2 и 3.
A Russian in the Arctic films this surreal early morning scene. It's not from Star Trek or a camera trick.
Вот так вот бывает на севере.
But a real phenomenon, inexplicably called a sundog. When the sun is low in the sky, a smooth breeze very occasionally aligns ice crystals into a perfect lens that refracts the sun. But this film in America takes the biscuit.
It's like a complete circle, and then there's another dot.
It's a double sundog, with a total of 5 suns and a halo, crowning the entire sky. To top it all off, there's an inverted rainbow too. Some people have all the luck. A mesmerizing fog waterfall. It's in Iceland during the summer solstice, where there's almost 24 hours of sunlight. This often creates temperature inversions when cool air from above touches the warm ground. The cooling air releases water vapor, which drops with gravity over the edge of the cliff. On the south coast in England, it happens on an epic scale during the summer months. A beautiful effect.
Hello.
On the shores of Lake Geneva, everything has become very eerie. It's February 2012, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and minus 13 Celsius temperatures have been enduring for days on end. Locals know not to park their cars near the water, but some people are caught out, a bit like our camera person. Gary Golding, an environmental activist who grew up by the sea. One summer, his knowledge of ocean currents was truly tested. July 2014, Rancho Palos Verdes, California. Gary jumped from the rock into a large swell to cool off.
When I look at that footage, it's treacherous. I should not have been in that water myself.
Gary watched the waves. Each dive must be perfectly timed.
I jump in, and then it sucks you back out to sea.
Hi, guys.
I'm making it look fun and easy. I got a smile on my face. I'm playing on this water.
His antics inspired the teenagers watching. And while Gary was between dives, one of them copied him and jumped in, but got washed into the cave at the back of the gully.
He's in the cave? Oh, look at that. Stay calm!
Someone had to save this kid. He's getting washed in and out of this cave, fighting for his life, and there's a big rock in the center, and it's like a washing machine. He's going around this rock and getting close to this rock, and it's just crazy.
With the boys starting to panic, Gary decided to put his own life at risk to save him.
He's right there.
But didn't see the next wave coming.
He's right there. Oh my God! Oh my God!
I am now in the cave with this kid getting washed around, shoved in and out of the cave, fighting for my life.
Oh my God!
It was tough enough to keep your own head above the water, let alone to try to save a life.
Oh my God, that's what...
I'm starting to worry because I'm getting flushed out, and the top of the cave is like right here above my head, and it's dark in there, and we're just going in and out of this cave.
With Gary in trouble and the young boy on the edge of consciousnness,
Oh my God, that's one.
a third person tried to come to the rescue.
Now there's 3 people in there.
With the waves getting bigger all the time, he couldn't reach him either, and all 3 were in trouble.
He gets his hands on this kid for a second, but then he realizes he can't save him, so he works on getting out of the water himself. He's like, okay, that wasn't a good idea, but he gave it a shot.
He's right there!
Spectators tried to point out where the boy was,
He's right there!
but didn't realize Gary was running out of energy himself and drowning.
There was times I went to catch my breath and I would just swallow a mouthful of foam. I'm in there fighting for my life. I can remember even seeing whitewater all around me. I just accepted death. I remember thinking to myself, my poor girlfriend has to watch me die.
But in a twist of fate, Gary was thrown towards the rocks and managed to pull himself to safety. But the boy was less lucky.
He's nodded out?
He was unconscious, face down in the water.
I had so little oxygen in my body that my muscles couldn't even turn my head. I can't do anything.
He's right there!
Gary's friend, Rob McNulty, decided it was his turn to risk all to save the boy.
Go, go, go! Over. Grab him! Oh my God! Hold his hand! Hold his hand! Reach for him!
They tried to pull him out, but his body was full of water, unresponsive, and the waves wanted to drag him back in.
Higher! Go higher!
He was out of the water, but showed no signs of life.
Support his head!
I finally recovered, and I just start making my way, stumbling my way over there. We grab him by the arms, and we're dragging him. His eyes are rolled in the back of his head. You can only see the whites of his eyes. Rob looks me in the eyes, and he's starting to cry. And he's like, "It's over. He's gone, man." I'd say to him, "F that. We're not going to let this kid die." And I get the idea. I started pressing his stomach because I knew his stomach was probably full of ocean water, and his chest, keep his heart pumping. So I'm going stomach, chest, stomach, chest, stomach, chest. I just wanted to empty this kid out. Foam and blood was coming out of his mouth. I'm just pressing stomach, chest, stomach, chest. On stomach, chest, stomach, chest, stomach, chest. All of a sudden, he groans. I was like, yeah, I knew everything was going to be good, beautiful.
The boy survived, and being rescued changed his path in life.
He's now going to college and studying to be a doctor. You know, that's some of the results of what happened that day. It's really good. The life that I got to save is, I believe, is a beautiful life.
Freezing weather is a driver's worst enemy. No matter how prepared you are, wheels and ice just don't mix. There's a saying in Russia, you can get in a car without your pants on, but never get in a car without your dash cam. And here's why. This driver in Leninsk is keeping a safe distance. So what could possibly go wrong? The car skids, steers into the wall, and flips over it. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt this time. Staying in Russia, a layer of ice has turned this street into a skid pan. So car owners rush to save their vehicles any way they can. But trying to stop a couple of tons of metal on foot is pretty futile and dangerous. But amazingly, it was only the cars that sustained any damage. In Ontario, Canada, the driver of this ice road truck needs serious skills.
What the hell are you doing? No! No!
There's no accounting for other drivers. Not only was the other truck overtaking blind uphill, but it was filled with hazardous goods.
No! No! No!
But for exploring the wintry wilds of Wyoming, what could be safer than a snowmobile? This driver wants to enjoy the view at the top of the mountain. But he drives over a snow overhang. And he has no idea if he's standing on solid ground or just snow.
Everybody hear how hard I'm breathing? That wouldn't have been good. But this is my view.
It's an awe-inspiring sight. But whatever vehicle you drive, winter weather can always catch you out. But just sometimes wheels can get the better of ice, as this ingenious youngster from Wisconsin demonstrates. He clears his drive in under a minute. Finally, someone's found a functional use for a hoverboard.
He's right there!
In this episode, we've seen Mother Nature bear all her force. We've seen how helpless we can be. We've seen her tear down, destroy, and laugh in our faces. And next time, there will be more, because deadly weather stops for no one.